It's a Godwinson live news alert. This one, whilst the Kingpin's happening on the other side, the headline event, this is just going to be a little quieter one. A little quieter show, where I step inside what's known as the writer's room. And I hear what script's been cooked up from the guys on the other side. Where will we end up, folks, on this journey of discovery? On this voyage into the unknown? Now, ladies and gentlemen, we'll begin. So, I'll introduce the two writers. The first writer goes by the name of Squire. And Squire, introduce yourself to the audience.
Hello, everyone. It is I, the Squire of Gothos. I'm really fucking rich. I have a network of spurgs who do my bidding and find you only the greatest of cows. Ready to be milked. I have a golden briefcase full of money. I drive a Tesla that I run people over in because I don't give a fuck.
Best.
Let's go!
Let's go! And then we've got our next writer. Next writer needs no introduction, really. But, Percy, introduce yourself.
Yes, I am Perspicacity, known by many names, many people. Persian hairdresser, the producer Jew in the background. I write all the scripts and I'm in control of all the sector, really. You just don't know it. I mean, that's my...
He's the George Soros of the sector, ladies and gentlemen.
And you've cooked up a script, eh? You've cooked up something wild tonight, is the promise that I've been...
We have cooked up a wild script for you all tonight. We found a very fascinating person.
And it's all real.
Fascinating.
All of it's real.
Yes.
All
One
right.
that's real, untapped. Nobody knows he exists, but he is the ultimate A-log of incels.
All
and
right.
We're going to learn about him all today.
In just a moment. So, boys, I think it's time. Let's write this one up. Let's enter the writer's room. Let's fucking go!
Let's go!
Let's go!
Let's go for fuck. The A-log, the ultimate A-log of the incels. Yeah.
Yes. Which, prior to a few days ago, we didn't even know there was such a thing.
We didn't know there was A-logs of incels, but we learned very
dedicated.
So,
in our rabbit hole
on the
search.
screen here is this guy. Do you want to full screen it for me, please?
Yes.
And this is the fellow in question. Now, from my understanding, this is a fellow that A-logs incels.
Yes. He transformed his whole life. He's a skinny man now and is trying to lead a wholesome lifestyle in this particular place.
Yes. He used to weigh like 600 pounds or something. But
Whoa.
he lost all the weight. It's actually quite inspiring, really.
I imagine there's a lot of
ways.
loose skin. I imagine the guy's like a walking ball sack or something.
A little bit.
All right.
It's interesting. He lost the weight. You'll see how he lost the weight in a bit.
All right. So what we'll do is we'll go into this first one, boys. And this is sort of us showing him as a what we're doing is we're grounding this in reality to begin with, before we go on to the craziness that's about to ensue.
This is through the looking glass, like a normal perspective, a more normal take on this.
And this is the most normal clip that we could find. So keep that in mind, ladies and gentlemen, as we continue. So you can play the clip.
All right, so I found this lid jar at the hole right down there, and it's a mold dart. I never seen a mold dart. Had no idea, so I had to look it up. Thanks to the internet, the power of the internet. It turns out this is a vintage jar from the 1950s.
Whoa.
It's kind of weird to find shit like this, knowing that the women were a hell of a lot more hotter back then.
Damn right.
God, those girls, the way they used to dress up, their little dance, the way they had their hair, and best of all, there were white girls around here. Praise be white women. But yeah, real interesting. Vintage find. It ain't worth shit. Supposedly this is from the 1950s. Other than that, if it isn't, it's got to be sometime around
Guy's
the
got those
80s,
George
90s.
Washington wooden teeth going on.
Still, obviously it's not worth anything.
All right. Okay.
So
So,
there's our first wishing the white women would return to California.
you know, so it's starting off fairly normal, fairly grounded, right? It not quite on the level of depravity as we're about to sink into. But, you know, so why are his teeth like that? Is it because he was just completely fat and he's lost it all, or?
Yeah, I think it was because he was a really fat guy. He was eating a lot, and his teeth just got kind of messed up. And when his, body shrank, he looks very bony in the face and in the mouth.
Right. So we'll go to our
And
next
his
one
teeth
then.
just left.
We'll go to our next clip and we'll just unpack what we're about to see. So if you want a full screen there.
Yes.
He's very low.
Of course, I was, oiling up and drying up Dominique.
Can you just play the start of the clip?
And of
Because
course,
it gives
I'm not gonna
context
be
that we didn't
like,
hear.
oh my god. So my mother and my brother stopped by.
Mother and brother.
And of course, I was, oiling up and drying up Dominique. And of course, I'm not going to be those people who be like, oh my god, I got to cover her up. No, I just let her lay there. So as my mother and my brother step in here, they got a chance to look at her with her luxurious ass sticking up in the air.
Is it dead?
You know what I mean? For me, in my opinion, the camera doesn't help. Because when you look at it in person, the ass looks bigger in real life. So the camera ain't doing that much justice for it of how nice his ass is, you know?
It's one fine
You can
ass.
see she's drying up perfectly. You know what I mean? If anybody's wondering, why don't you just look for a real girl, Well, if I could find a girl that shuts the fuck up for a minute, it doesn't talk, maybe, just maybe, I'll go back to humans. But till then, if that ever happens, I'm sticking to TPE instead.
All right. So, explain what we've just seen there. What was that thing on the bed? Why is it calling it Dominique? And why is it drying out? What the fuck is happening?
Dominique is his fiancée and future wife.
But Dominique is an inanimate object.
That's the future wife.
There's a delay, Squire.
Yes.
Yes, that's his future wife and fiancée, Dominique, that he revealed to his family while he was washing her. When they walked into the garage in their house. Their son was watching this beautiful lady, Dominique, and he showed her off because he wanted them to know, that this is his fiancée.
And this is the guy that A-logs
made out of
incels.
silicone.
So, what is his
Yes.
angle when he's A-logging incels? Is he pretending he's better than the other incels? Or?
Yes, well, because he's
Yes.
actually had sex and hired prostitutes, so he's better. And now he has a woman that she shuts the fuck up.
Shuts the fuck up?
She can't refuse sex. And, she can't get away either.
So in many ways,
She's a
Squire,
captain
he's
of it.
actually better than the incels, isn't he?
Yes, he does think he's better.
Well, he's found the ideal woman. One that will have sex and be quiet and be completely, basically just a rag doll for your amusement.
Right, we'll move on to our next clip then.
Let's go to the next clip.
So I'll just show
And
you the
this is
thumbnail of this. So obviously the fellow we're talking about is called Pebrick. And it's his sexy show. A lot of his thumbnails are like this, aren't they? Where you've got like Uncle Fester and this inanimate object.
Yes. He's very creepy looking.
Very
But
creepy.
he's with the very, very sensual, kind of lazy-eyed Dominique next to him. And
How
he's
much
gonna
do you reckon?
introduce her here.
We'll talk about this after this clip, but we'll talk about how much we reckon the estimate was on Dominique. Did he not spend all of his grandmother's life savings on this when she died? I think that's the law, isn't it?
Well, we're not really sure how he was able to afford Dominique, but I imagine he got it probably from his inheritance from his grandmother. Yes. When she passed.
And we'll get into that. Yeah, we'll get into his grandmother.
That's right. This is Uncle Feezer. He looks like Uncle Feezer, not Uncle Fester.
It literally is Teddy Feezer, isn't it? You know, I had to double take. I literally had to double take and rub my eyes to realise that this wasn't old Teddy Feezer there.
Could be related.
Take off the hat, take off the sunglasses. It might as well be, hadn't it?
Might as well be Teddy.
All right.
Does Teddy have a sex doll? Well, maybe we'll find out.
Teddy's got his hand, and that's all he needs, I suppose. So,
Yeah, that's right.
let's begin.
I am proud to introduce my co-host and hopefully my longtime partner, Dominique.
Beautiful couple.
Yep, me and Dominique. My friend must be killing himself for not being part of the historic moment on my crappy YouTube channel. Since all my friends are bitch made, who better yet to get none other than my girl, Dominique. Say hello, Dominique. Aw, she's a little bit shy. But then again, what do you expect from a love doll? I always keep her in the box all the time. Away from the cats. Claws to get all over my doll. But anyways, it's me and Dominique in the Pebrick Sexy Time Show, or Sexy Show, whichever one. And just in case you guys are wondering, let me turn off the music a little bit. Just in case you're wondering, where did you came up with that name, Pebrick Sexy Show? I don't know, I just came up with it. I didn't put no thought into it. I was probably thinking of Trailer Park Boys when Mr. Leahy was using the word sexy.
Okay, and that's the end of that
All right.
part.
So, I've got a few questions there. We obviously just heard that he has to put her in the box all the time because of the cats. Why is that? What's going on there?
Well, Pebrick keeps 4 cats
Right.
that are very special to him. We'll learn that his cats are like his most prized possession and family. And he has to protect Dominique from the roaming cats all over the house.
And the cats are clawing this bitch up, nagging at her hair.
It'll be explained in the next clip. In one of the next clips, it'll be explained why he must keep Dominique.
So, Squire, he's lost the weight, and he's, what, you say he's been with prostitutes beforehand, and he's done lots and lots of crazy things.
Yes.
And
He
so-
actually lost his virginity to a female masseuse at one of those Asian sex parlors, you know, where they do
Yes.
the massage for like
The full service.
$5.
Yes. Sucky $5. Indeed.
Yes.
$55, yeah.
Sucky $5.
So you're saying he lost his virginity to Jim's wife, is what you're saying?
Yes, he lost his virginity to Jade. Yes.
Yes. And Chinese sex worker, yes.
And he came to the
Yes.
conclusion after this, what would you call it, cavalcade of whores and degeneracy, that he was going to say no to all of that. Going forward, he was going to buy her in a box and keep her there.
Basically, I mean, why not
Yeah.
pay once? And then you could have her forever, you know?
So we'll go to our next clip.
We'll go to our next clip. Okay, are you ready for this?
But you warned, this might be a little, you know.
What do you mean,
for our
Squire?
younger viewers.
Whoa.
Let's go.
Wait a minute.
Prepare yourselves. For
Just want to
this.
give you the title of this
yourselves.
one. It's Maintenance on My Love Doll Dominique. Maintenance.
Yes.
So he's going to
Maintenance.
give a tutorial on how to keep maintenance on your
Yes.
love doll, guys.
And it's as horrific as you're expecting it to be.
So take notes.
He loves his
Pen and paper time. Right, let's play the clip.
My cat was staring right here at the corner for about a couple minutes, looking at me like, what the hell is he doing? Well, what I'm doing right now is I'm doing the maintenance work on my girl, Dominique.
Oh my lord.
Yep, I do this maintenance work on her.
Can we just
I
pause
fill
it?
it up with water and light soap.
So he's
Yes.
oiling it up, hey?
Oh, he's sanitizing her.
And
then he
he
oils
seems
it
to
up
take the
after
head
it's-
off as well, doesn't he?
Yes. Well, the stud that holds her head in place is now hanging her from the ceiling. Yes.
Right.
Yes.
We'll continue.
So
Yeah.
And I basically, hang her up like this with a bucket so the water can mostly drip down there. And I basically just, work on her right here. It's much more faster to have a freaking eye bolt because I lost the original one for this and I had to order it later on and I took my sweet time and delay after delay and it was so dumb because I could have ordered the freaking eye bolts like so freaking quick, but I didn't because I didn't do I wasn't fast enough for it, so I had to deal with this without an eye bolt. And the last time I tried to do maintenance work on her, it was such a bitch because I did it on the bed while she was laying flat on one side, and then I had to flip her over. It was terrible. It was literally over 6 or 8 hours of just basically, waiting her to dry up. Not because of the water and all that. It's because, look, maintenance work is like this. You wash her up good, right? You put the soap and everything, and then you pretty much... God damn, I really want to hit this. Here I had this doll, and look at this. It's still freaking fat and nice. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's like you clean her up good, because you're supposed to hydrate the whole thing. You're supposed to hydrate the whole everything, right? Look at this. You know what I mean? But yeah, you're supposed to apply baby oil to hydrate the TPE material. First you wash her, then you dry her as much as you can. Then after you dry her as best you can, then you apply the baby oil. You apply the baby oil on her. You know what I mean? You leave her hanging for a couple hours. Right now, I removed all the sheets, I cleaned them up, and they're gonna go in the washer in just a bit. You know what I mean? But yeah, man. Look at that. I had her since August of last year. So I already passed my 1-year anniversary with her. So yeah, look at that. She's still in great condition. You know what I mean? But yeah, I'm saving a lot of time with the eye bolts. You know what I mean? With the eye bolt, I'm saving a lot of time with her. Because it's so much quicker washing her that way. But anyways, that's the video. I have her hanged. I'm going to pour all the water on top of her right here.
Pause it. Oh, wait, go back a little bit. Go back. So,
On the
just
TV.
so everyone knows,
Yeah, on the TV.
look at the TV.
Yes.
Does anyone know what that is?
He's
Dude,
watching
that's
this in the
cool.
background.
Can everybody figure it out? Yes.
I don't think there's polls.
It says the
But
Book of
hopefully anyone
Me.
in the chat can recognize it.
There's something like the Book
What
of
do you
Me.
think that is?
I wonder if the chat will figure it out.
What do you think?
Someone in the chat might.
Is it the
think
Seven
that is?
Faces of Death or something?
Someone got it in the chat.
What did they say?
Rich Delicious Irony. The Bjork Stalker.
That's the
Oh,
Bjork stalker
fuck.
who killed himself. That's his
Oh,
my
last video
God.
when he's killing himself. Yes.
Literally watching that
In the background? As he's
Yeah,
washing
so
down this
anybody-
sex doll. Hanging from a hook.
No, Bjork had a serial killer incel stalker.
Yes.
And this was his final tape that's in the background.
Holy
And
shit.
he had sent the tape to Bjork. And he had timed the tape to the exact time that she had opened it, like that she would receive the tape, that he'd kill himself. And in his mind, he thought he'd be in heaven with Bjork forever if he did this. And that is the lore of that tape that's going on.
And
there.
that's just in the background as he's doing this depraved shit.
Yes.
So, my question is then, Squire, have we come to the end of the clip?
Yes.
Okay.
10 seconds left, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah,
My question is then, Squire, thoughts? Is Pebrick all there? You might think, these are the actions of a crazy man.
I mean, I would say no. I don't know what could cause this. Maybe this is like the coon brain mentality kind of thing, where he's just jerked it so much that his brain is just fucked. I don't know, to be honest with you.
And I want to ask,
this is
why is he? Why is maintenance so important for this sex doll? Why does he have to oil it up? What's going on there?
because it gets bodily fluids all over it. And we'll learn what happens to bodily fluids when you leave them on the sex dolls in the next clip.
So you have to keep them maintained.
But you have to, yes, meticulously keep it maintained, or else, you'll be with something that's not very pleasant.
All right. We'll move on to our next one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tell me, are you ready?
Yes.
All right, let's do it.
For internal cleaning for her, I'm sure you could use a spray nozzle. No, when you order a love doll, it comes with one of those female douches.
What?
Put liquid in and then you squirt it inside. See, when it comes to love dolls, if you never had a love doll, why you block GOV? I didn't block nobody, dude. I don't even know how to use that feature, dude. Did I? If I did, my bad. But yeah, God, I'm just a little bit caught off guard because I already have 8 viewers.
Untapped.
So no one's even seen this guy.
God, there's
It's like
a couple questions.
Amazon rainforest fucking finding the cannibals tier this.
You know what I mean? Once you get the love
Yes.
doll for the first time, if you don't have
Exactly.
any experience, like
This
I did
is
the
wild
first
in
time,
the jungle.
it's a bitch to have a love doll.
Unseen.
Because you have no idea what you need to do and all that, you know? So people could get a good view of her. But once I already have my own system of cleaning up the doll, it's not really that bad. It usually takes about 20 minutes, 25 minutes, you know? It's just my advice to people is just figure out on themselves what they want to do with the doll, you know? What's their best way? I originally used to use Tampax, but then I discovered that you're better off of using those air machines they use for fish tanks. I got one that shoots out air.
An
and I just leave it
oxygenator.
for about 2 days so it could dry up. That's the thing. It's very important after you clean her up, dry her up, then put cornstarch. You got to make sure the inside crevices from her vagina to the butthole, you got to make sure it's dry from the inside, because if you don't, what happens? You produce mold,
No!
you know? And then you got something worse than STD.
Moldy
you know?
vagina.
Okay, let me see. Is she all natural? Well, she's TPE. Difference between silicone and TPE, they say that TPE is a lot more real, a little bit more realistic than silicone. Yeah, Gio, I didn't block. Okay, but how does the cuddles feel is the main question of the day. The cuddles, depending on the season, depending on the weather. During this time, in the hotter season, like summer, she's a little bit more warmer, so it does feel nice. But during winter time, that's the annoying part. I gotta put a heater because her skin, her TPE flesh feels real cold during winter. But all in all, it feels great when you're next to her. You know what I mean? Like she's real thick, so.
It's just slapping its ass.
Bad bitch. bitch. Fucking. There you go.
Okay, so that's
I mean, this guy is.
he loves his sex doll. That's his future wife.
I mean, obviously, we have to unpack
That's
that.
his wife.
Well, I mean, he says it like any bitch, it comes with a few hang-ups. And one of these hang-ups is moldy snatch. Moldy snatch if she's not cleaned right and given cornstarch and oxygenated in the crevices.
Yeah, and if it gets real cold in the garage, it's a tough time having sex with Dominique. You know, he's got to have her surrounded by heaters to get things going. It's pretty tough. She's not quite a real woman, unfortunately, for Pembroke.
And what he did there was
It's
sort
real
of
cold.
explain the difference between, what is it, TPE and silicone. Now, which is more expensive if he's
The
buying?
TPE is more expensive.
So how much are we thinking this would have cost? About 10 grand?
About between $2,500 and $3,000.
Holy shit.
Yeah, she was expensive.
And Squire, how
imagine
much
it's
do you
like-
think the oils and shit cost to keep it maintained?
I'm not sure what kind of oil he used. I mean, if it's baby oil, probably not too much, but it depends on how often he's using it, how often he has to clean it. Like,
Well, he's got to clean it all the time, right?
it's looking like he had to use it quite frequently. Like, he gets frequent use out of it. So,
And how
He
much do you
also
reckon
has to
that
buy
meat
food.
hook was? Because he was short of the meat hook, wasn't he? And it sort of was a lifesaver once he got it. Because he could hang her from the ceiling and she could drip dry.
Probably.
I don't know.
That probably only costs like between $50 and $100. I would.
yeah, unless it was some, like, special hook that only came in one specific size.
But
Maybe
I imagine
that'd be
he
more,
probably
but-
spends $100 in maintenance. I mean, it'd be like
Yeah.
fucking a corpse, right?
But you also got to factor in the time. The time it takes to maintain it, you know.
Well, yeah, but I mean,
So,
The guy's
he
got
seems
nothing
pretty.
else.
He seems to almost
going
get
on.
turned on by the act of cleaning the doll.
Yes.
Yes.
It seems to be a
Yes.
sexual act, him cleaning this doll, doesn't it? And slapping its ass and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So we'll move on to our next clip.
Yes, and we're gonna delve into how he stores Dominique and why and
I mean, this is pretty
why
wild.
and how.
This is pretty
And
wild.
this is really wild.
Okay, so be prepared.
Be prepared to brace yourselves.
I mean, yeah, the dolls are expensive as fuck. It's a sex toy, and for some, a hobby you can cuddle. I say just put it in the closet when it's not being used. Well, fortunately, dude, Rainy Killer, I don't have a closet. I had to see every love doll. It's different. Mine's is a WM doll, and it came with an instructional booklet, and it tells me the advice of storing Dominique up. I have to have her in a bed. Soft mattress. So let me change it up here a bit. So let me show you the bed that she's at right now.
Oh,
That's her bed right
can
there.
we pause it?
And this box right here.
That's
Just go back slightly. To where we can see the bed.
It's like right here.
Now pause it. Oh, a bit. Yeah.
There we go.
Now this doesn't look like your sort of average bed, but I've seen this bed in other places. Anyone got any
Looks like a
ideas?
hospital bed, right?
It does look like a
It's
hospital.
or like a nursing home bed. Yes.
yeah. Very Spartan-looking bed.
Very Spartan-looking nursing home bed.
And if you notice in the background, what appears to be a garage door.
It's a garage door,
Yes.
and it's a bed in the garage.
And then in the foreground, there's a big wooden box.
Yes, this.
Yes, we're gonna learn what that is in a moment.
Okay, let's continue.
Unmute it.
And this box right here, I put it on top of the bed to cover her up completely. No, she's not a vampire. I'm not trying to pretend she's a vampire. I built this box for her because I have several cats. I don't want the cats to climb on her, scratch her, or piss on her,
Oh, shit.
you know? So, yeah.
So he's built a coffin for the sex doll.
Yes, Dominique has her own special coffin that protects her from the outside world, and he keeps her. It's insane, and she's just in the middle of his room. She's basically in the corner of the room.
Yes, laying on a bed.
You see,
And we will find out.
Box of
We will find out momentarily, won't we, what the bed is and the explanation for that bed, won't we?
Yes, we will. We'll move on to the next portion where we'll explore Pembroke's room and
His
all
realm.
the objects of value in it. Yes, he calls it his realm.
It's his realm.
His
not his
kingdom.
realm. Yes.
His kingdom.
He's a king.
Yes.
Aloy himself on the
see-
daily.
You can see
Yes.
this is about a month later. He looks even a little skinnier here.
He calls this "Welcome to my kingdom."
Yes. He's been losing a lot of weight because he's been having a lot of sex with his.
He's been shagging it out of his system, I suppose. Poor Dominique. Dominique's like the guy's home gym.
Yes, the guy's home gym, Dominique. I mean, if you want to lose some weight, maybe PPP can get himself a sex doll. You know, he could shed.
All right, we'll play the
pounds.
clip.
Hey, what's up? How's it going? So, I just pretty much, I would have to say like maybe 95%. I already brought in the new stuff in here. I had to clean it up. I had to organize a couple of things. I still have to do a couple of small little things, small little details, like the drawers, for example. I'm going to start reorganizing everything again. But let me show you what I did here, okay? This is the new, and maybe I should say much more improved, but a little bit more crowded room of mine. I put the cat tree here, which is going to mean something because every time I'm going to open up the door, my cat's going to be right here waiting for me, saying hello to me. But here's the entire place now. Dominique is going to still be at the corner over there.
So as we can see, if we
So this
pause
is kind
it,
of like my section. This right here.
So Dominique
Dominique
is in the corner, and
box on the bed.
That's bigger than his own bed.
That's bigger than his own bed, and this place is just a complete.
Dominique has her own bed.
This place is just a
He has a
complete
separate-
shithole.
Well, he's in his parents' garage.
Yes,
Yes.
that's where he's
So
living.
very comfortable. Yes.
His kingdom.
This is his kingdom, and his 4 cats live in this
I
kingdom.
mean, it's kind of trad. He has the I Love Lucy thing going on where they have separate beds, you know.
Yeah. He doesn't share a bed with Dominique. She gets her own.
All right, we'll continue.
Here's my entertaining section. Here's my piano. Here's my entertaining section. Here's the desk where I'm going to be doing my live stream. And this desk chair, I picked it up next door when somebody was crazy enough to dumping this. I mean, this thing, yeah, at the time it had like a scratch here. And then the only thing that was like torn up is this that needs to
Shit.
be replaced.
That's pretty torn.
That's all. But the seat is still great. I saw it on the internet for about $200 or $300, and I checked on it, and it was in great condition, so I cleaned it up real good. Now, this right here, I don't need to worry about this.
So everything from Pembroke's room is clearly taken off the side of the road and
Yes.
dragged into this garage.
Yes.
We'll skip ahead a little.
Moving all this heavy stuff. I'm also going to check up there because I figure, you know what? My cat Meow loves to jump in there. She's in there at this moment. Let's see if I can spot her. Meow. Where's your, oh, there you go.
Fuck.
She
This
loves being
poor
there.
little cat's terrified.
So I got to reorganize everything here because everything looks like a little bit of a mess. It's all cluttered up, and I hate having everything
She looked pretty
disorganized. I
comfortable.
like to
He's
have
got
everything
just
in
cats
order.
in every corner of the room.
Same thing right here. Those are my father's medallions. His little.
So just
awards
pause
for
it.
running the marathon. Here's my little collection.
As we can see in every frame, there's sort of cats in every corner. Are the cats watching him shag this inanimate object every minute of
I
the day?
imagine they are, because they don't have any place else to go.
No wonder
Yeah,
the cats
they'll
are
stay
hiding
in
in the
that room.
fucking cupboards. No wonder they're sealing themselves away. That's a tough
They hide
existence.
in the cupboard. They hide in the cupboard he takes Dominique out to fuck her, and all the cats hide up in the fucking cabinet. It's pretty amazing. If you look here, there are some Easter eggs that we'll reference back later.
Yes.
And you could see the crucifix right there, and there's something of interest next to the crucifix that will go into.
Is that a game console of some kind? What is that?
What might that be?
What is that next to the crucifix?
What might it be?
We'll leave the chat to speculate on what that might be. Yes.
And manga. I gotta get back to collecting manga again. You know what I mean? I want to get back into happiness and, what's it called? Platinum End. I already have several of them. I gotta get back into that again. But yeah. So I want to reorganize a little bit right here. My little memorial, my mausoleum is still gonna be right there of my brother, my 2 chihuahuas, my parrot, and of course Miss Kitty. Their remains are in there, their ashes. So there's the desk. And here are the couches. Now, I bought seat covers for these, couch covers, and there's a plastic tarp under there because one of my cats had this tendency whenever she's in heat, she goes urinates.
No.
Oh.
The last thing I want to be worried about. See, I'm not worried about this because the mattress is waterproof, okay? This is my grandma's deathbed, believe it or not. This is the same bed where she died.
Okay.
Same mattress, same frame, everything.
Pause
I used
it.
that to go to sleep, real comfortable. And here...
Pause it.
He sleeps on his grandmother's deathbed where she died.
Yeah. Yes, he does. He sleeps on it, and you'll hold on, let it play just a little more, and we'll go into what he thinks about sleeping on the bed.
Here's the couches that my sister gave up. I just bought the couch covers to cover it up and to match the room's color because I like brown, white, dark colors. You know what I mean?
He goes back to the
So yeah, I bought these. I would have been better if I just had one of these, but just in case of one day I got my homie showing up.
Oh, well, he does go back into it. So we'll talk about, let's talk about grandmother's deathbed that he sleeps on every night. But apparently he won't fuck Dominique on grandma's deathbed. He fucks her on the other bed in the corner when he takes the coffin off.
The least he could do. The very least he could do.
He claims, and he'll claim later in this video, that bed is incredibly comfortable. The rubber geriatric bed that his grandmother died in, that's waterproof. What do you have to say about that, Adam? What do you think about... what do you think about what this guy is up to? I'd be a little...
I think we've lost Adam.
This is a tough
break your
one,
brain
boys.
already?
It's a fucking
This
tough
is tough. It's tough.
Part of me thinking, like, how far is this man away from just, like, shooting up a school or killing... has he killed? I think he has killed. I think he fantasizes about killing.
It could be. He wants to kill incels. So, that seems to be the other big reason for his channel. But mostly it's become about Dominique and about owning the incels by fucking the sex doll for 2 years. And that's how he lost all of this weight, apparently. He'll go into that in this video.
All right, we'll go to the next clip.
Well, this keeps going a little bit, but hold on. Skip ahead just a little here.
Area where I get to chill. And of course, this is my little workout area now. Also, my sister also had this, the elliptical.
So this is
My
his workout
treadmill.
area.
And of course, she also gave me this. These are mine. These go up from 3 pounds all the way to 52 pounds. Not 1, but 2. I put them in the side.
He was, to give context, he was almost 500 pounds.
Yes,
And,
he was a big fat
He's
guy.
super dedicated. Yeah, he was, and now he's super health fit. He's a health nut, workout freak, and he uses Dominique and all of this equipment to lose weight.
So I could work out here. Here are the plates. There's 250s. There's 125. There's a couple 5s and 10s. And, of course, you got this right here, where you could put this right here. I ordered in Amazon. I don't know what they're called, but it's like a thick rope that you connect here. and you hold the ropes on both ends and you go up and down so you can work on the triceps. I'm not like nervous or, intimidated working out in front of people. And I got to give thanks to the gym because that made me feel comfortable working out in public, So, yeah, here it is. And also, Dominique is going to be right there. So whenever I'm in the mood, I'll just take off her coffin, her lid, and have my way with her, So here's the whole area. It feels a lot more cramped, but it's not as cramped as like everything disorganized. I still have to fine tune a couple things. Like I got to organize this stuff here. Okay, I got to fix that, See, that right there would drive me nuts. Plus, I got to organize the fridge, but I'm going to do that sometime next week because I am tired. And there's the AC. I got to take... Here it is. The only downside to all this now is that I have to do extra cleaning. Oh, yeah. Anybody that knows... Fucking Brother Cat, what are you doing? Everybody knows that if you don't clean your furniture constantly, it gets dusty and it turns out and it gets really dirty. So I got to wake up every morning. Before I do anything, I got to clean up the entire room. Pick everything up, vacuum. The good thing, I got the almighty Chum Chum roller. The Chum Chum roller is definitely going to be a huge help to pick up all this cat hair. With the vacuum, it takes a long time to remove the cat hair, but with this, holy crap. This is a fucking blessing that I have this. This thing removes the cat hair perfectly. So right now I'm going to give my cats food. I'm also have to clean this up because it's due. And I'm going to do the rest of the stuff next weekend. And I'm definitely going to play a little bit of Elden Ring. I didn't play yesterday because I was tired. I had 1 hour to play Elden Ring before I go to bed, but because I was too exhausted, I had to. I still want to organize the cat litter because I don't like it where it's at. And starting tomorrow, because I already cleaned it up this morning, every time I got to clean them up in the mornings, I'm going to take these outside. Because every time I clean up, it gets real dusty. And I don't want the dust to, dirty all this right here. I'm going to take this outside instead every time I have to clean out the litter boxes. You know what I mean?
So he's got the 4 litter boxes under Dominique's bed. In this little tiny, in this garage with these 4 cats. And
well, it all seems pretty reasonable to me, boys. It all seems pretty fucking normal to me.
Yeah.
This guy's got it all worked out of how he's living in this garage. He's got his entertainment area, he's got all of his things he's got to clean, he's got everything just sort of worked out. What I did notice there was the Freudian slip of when he goes, then I take Dominique out of the coffin, and then he slips. So he refers to it as a coffin.
Yes, well, that's what, I mean, it is equivalent to fucking like a corpse, isn't it? More than anything else.
I mean, at least his garage is cleaner than Coach Red Pill's hovel he was living in.
Yeah, I mean, there's no green toilet. There's no pissing in the sink, I suppose.
He does keep it very clean for a garage. You would think this guy would be much dirtier, but he keeps it pretty well. I guess for the sake of Dominique, so they don't get like rats or anything living in her. But
well, he doesn't want Dominique's snatch to get mouldy, so he's got a reason to clean.
He needs that snatch.
All right, we'll move on to our next clip.
Yes. And this is, if you were wondering what was in that bookcase next to the crucifix, we're going to find out right now.
All right. So a tape is being proven by the writers tonight. Everything pays off. All of the Easter eggs pay off. I have to turn this one up. This is the mystery of the box. Oh, there we go. There we go, folks.
This is the auto blow. Comes with a stick, which I'll show you in just a bit of why is it used for. It also comes with a power adapter. You can also, it's a removable head.
Oh no.
It's a silicone material. so it feels a bit lifelike. Not as much as TPE though. And in order to put this back, this is where the stick comes in handy. It's really difficult to do.
He puts that in Dominique's head.
Do with one
Yes.
hand, but I'm doing my best.
He's got it all
Example, you
figured
gotta
out.
stick this all the way in, and you slowly put it back in place. Now let's turn it on. Now we have it plugged in. And we're going to turn it on. You got your pause button. You got your different settings. Now this right here is where you could adjust to different settings. There are different stroke methods. And once you're ready, it's turned on.
Oh my lord.
That's
Jesus.
where you put your penis, pretend my finger's the penis, you stick it in there. Depending on which size your Johnson may be, it's whichever settings is more comfortable. Now if you want it to go
I'm taking
faster,
notes.
this is for it to go slower and slower. As you can see, the minus. And if you want it to go quicker,
Rip your cock clean off.
if you like to pause it, there you go. And you just press the pause again. Now again, if you want to have it into a different setting, there are different settings. Some might have it small. As you can see, that's for the small one. But anybody who has a big one, this is for you boys. Always use water-based lubricant.
I mean, what are your thoughts on that one, Squire? Will you be buying?
What was that?
Thoughts on that one, Squire? Will you be purchasing an auto blow? And what setting will you have it on, sir?
No, I will not be purchasing it on a phone. What the fuck?
You know, Dominique must give a hell of a blowjob. It's even
Well,
adjustable.
clearly, I mean, holy fucking
Can you
shit.
imagine?
I didn't even know such a thing existed.
So what I want to
Why are you
understand
putting
is
it
he
next
puts
to-
that inside Dominique, around her mouth area.
Yeah, I would imagine he inserts it like where her mouth is. Yeah, because she must be customizable like that. I imagine.
No,
Where you
I
can
don't
put
know.
the sex devices in her. Because we already know her head comes off and is hollow. So
So he can,
it
like,
only makes
augment it with different upgrades, is what you're saying.
yeah, exactly. Dominique, she gives a customizable blowing. You know, I guess it beats the massage parlor and a happy ending.
All right.
According to Pembroke, anyway.
On our next clip, we're looking at the deathbed of one of his cats, eh?
Yes. And he's gonna give us a little explanation of what he's been up to and the kind of bed he sleeps in as well.
Well, I decided to finally wash this. I washed it, I hand washed it in a big red tub we have laying around here. I washed it with detergent, hot water, and I was using a stick to move it around for the next couple minutes. Once I was done, I put it on the washer to spin it and drain. Then I put it in the dryer and it came out pretty much real good, you know. It looks almost brand new.
I mean,
Now the reason why I'm recording this is because fortunately, just like the bed where I sleep at, the hospital bed that I sleep on, that's my grandmother's bed where she passed away. Same mattress, same bed frame, everything. This right here is Miss Kitty's bed. Her, you know, I apologize if it sounds a little harsh, her deathbed. And I had it on the back shed. Wasn't washed or anything. It had, little stains from Miss Kitty. And she vomited and all that. But I decided to use it again. Washed it and I got to see it again. Didn't want her to throw it away. Still in good condition. But yeah, man. There's a little sad little truth about this bed right here. That's when Miss Kitty spent her last few moments, her last few minutes, 20, 30, 50 minutes of her life. So at least I washed it. The reason why I'm going to use this is because I want to put it on a table, on a small little black table that I put next to my desk. And I'm hoping that Meow, instead of bothering me, she could hop onto here and just relax. But knowing her ass and how much she loves me, she's going to keep bothering me. But it doesn't hurt to try.
So, if Grandma's deathbed is good enough for Pembroke, then Miss Kitty's deathbed is good enough for the rest of the cast.
I think clearly we can be internet doctors and diagnose this man as like some sort of necrophile. He's got a grim fascination with death.
Well, this is what I think it is. It's a grim fascination with death. I mean, that's why he makes love to a corpse, because he's just obsessed with death and surrounded with death, as you saw with his mausoleum, his grandmother's deathbed, his cat's deathbed. The theme here seems to revolve around death. I feel like.
I mean, you might as well live in a fucking cemetery at this point,
Dominique is.
But there's also like this theme of he refuses to throw things out. He refuses to get rid of things that would remind him of. I mean, anyone else wouldn't get Grandma's hospital bed and sleep on it. Anyone else, if something died and it was covered in vomit, they'd just throw it out. But instead, there's that need to keep things, isn't there? And clean them over and over and over again.
And I think that's what makes it gives him a human characteristic where he's not just a Coomer.
Yeah, he's not just a brain dead Coomer. There's some sort of other element there.
Weird sentimentality and extreme sentimentality for inanimate objects, it seems.
Plus, he does love those cats. Like, he loves those cats.
He's in love with the cats.
Okay, we'll go to our next clip.
Well, our next clip is the, is our closer, but...
Mm-hmm.
Let's go.
Oh, yeah. Show me, Daddy, what you're working with. Juice!
How is he allowed to put this on YouTube?
Well, we don't know. Maybe because it gets no viewers. I mean, this video has... Well, it has
So can we just... Squire, what did we just see there?
We just saw a guy pounding it to some fucking big-titted bitch on the screen.
Yeah.
And then decided to scream juice at the end. For
Juice!
She's a frumpy bitch he wants to fuck, but she talks too much. So, but this will give you a little taste for Pembroke. I hope to bring Pembroke back, and we can deep dive into who he is.
I think
because there's so much more.
I think we've got a starter for 10 there, boys. I think there's definitely a starter for 10. I think the script that's been cooked up is pretty fucking wild. Pretty wild.
Yes.
And as you say, he's like an undiscovered country. Amazon rainforest tier cannibal, which has only been seen by, what, did he say 8 viewers?
Yes. Well, anybody who's actually found him has not lived to tell the tale yet. But we hope to be the first.
Well, I just wanna have a guess. Squire, how many people has this man killed or was about to kill? I'm gonna say 10. 10 before he's caught.
I don't know. He's been digging up bodies in his backyard or some shit, because there's a video of him like digging this giant hole for assuming to plant some tomatoes, but
oh, he's just planting tomatoes. That's what's happening. He's not just burying the corpses of the dead.
Underneath, well, they're good fertilizer.
This is fucking nuts. It's like Ed Gein style. Where will this... This man should be behind bars. If not, he's heading towards those bars. Sharing a cell with Coach Red Pill. Yeah.
Well, this is the tip of the iceberg, Adam. This is the very tip of the iceberg. We just showed what his main content was, but he has a variety of content. All of it is very fascinating into the mind of somebody like Peppering. And I think it's a fascinating tale, but this is what he's up to. This is his day-to-day, and I figured we'd start off with the day-to-day of Peppering and what he's up to, cleaning Dominique, the love of his life, and maintaining that room with his 4 cats. I figured was a good jumping off point.
All right, boys. Well, sign us off. This has been the writer's room. We've been inside it, just like he's inside Dominique. Probably now before he has to clean its mouldy snatch and drip it upside down, hang it from a meat hook. Final thoughts, Squire.
I can't wait to see what happens next with this fellow, you know? Maybe we'll get a... What do you say?
I see Peppers is here in the chat.
Is he really?
Yes.
No.
What?
He says, look at my video, moron. I've been getting ready to plant vegetables.